Hello everyone, I'm Sign1News anchor Jaydeep Gore. Here's a quick look at the top trending stories making headlines today. If you post an interesting comment about this update, we may add it at the bottom of the screen. If you have an Apple device, you need to upgrade it now. Officials with Apple say they found operating system vulnerabilities that may have been actively exploited by hackers. The company says the vulnerabilities give hackers the ability to take control of your device's operating system and potentially infiltrate devices. Affected products include iPhones dating back to the 6S model, multiple iPad models, and the 7th generation iPod Touch. The vulnerability also includes Mac computers running Monterey OS and Apple's Safari browser on its Big Sur and Catalina operating systems. The U.S. government's Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency also urged users to update their devices as soon as possible. Extreme weather is affecting just about every part of the U.S. The Northeast is experiencing extreme drought conditions. The U.S. Drought Monitor issued a new map. It shows areas of eastern Massachusetts, outside Cape Cod, and much of southern and all of mainland Rhode Island now in extreme drought. The Southwest is bracing for flooding. Nearly 1 million people are under flood watches as up to 4 inches of rain are expected across Arizona, New Mexico, and southern Utah. The West Coast is baking under sizzling hot conditions. The heat is drying up lawns, and farmers are begging for rain. As always, Sign1News will post any emergency weather press conferences with sign language interpretation to keep our viewers informed and safe. We want to warn you. The video in this next story has words and images that are graphic and may be disturbing to some viewers. A white Chicago police officer is facing charges after video showed him kneeling on a teen's back. The officer, Michael Vitellaro, was off duty when he spotted his son's stolen bike at a Starbucks. He waited in his car, hoping to see who stole the bike. A 14-year-old boy, only identified as J.N. of Puerto Rican descent, was sitting on his own bike when he got off to move the stolen bike. When J.N. touched the bike, the police report says Vitellaro walked up to him, grabbed his arm, forced him to the ground on his stomach, then pinned him with his knee. A group of boys jumped in, trying to get the officer off the boy. One of J.N.'s friends recorded everything. Vitellaro is wearing the blue shirt and gray shorts. J.N. is wearing a red shirt and gray pants. Take a look.
Get off him. Get off him. Take him at gunpoint. Like that. Don't touch him. No, he's not. Can't be doing that. Hey, get your hands off him. Get off. Get your hands off him. 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 Hold on. Get off me, man. Get your hands off him. Hold on. Damn. No, he's not. Man, what the? Man, what the? Bro, hold on.
Surveillance video from several businesses in the area showed JN was not the person who took the bike. Vitellaro turned himself into police. He's now been charged with felony misconduct and aggravated battery. According to the White House, in just a few weeks, newly updated COVID-19 boosters should be available in the U.S. to help protect against the newest Omicron variants, BA4 and BA5. But health experts say if the updated virus boosters are going to launch next month, there needs to be data showing that the person who gets the booster will have an immune system response that's drastically better than what they saw in June. Health officials say the upgraded vaccines will be especially important because the flu is expected to make a comeback this year. Here is new information about the FBI search of former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago home. Legal experts have been combing over documents a judge unsealed yesterday. Now they're pointing to parts of them they say shed new light on the investigation. Multiple experts say the words willful retention could point specifically to Trump. Another unsealed document shows the Department of Justice was worried about destruction of evidence. But Trump and his allies say the FBI could not have found classified information at Mar-a-Lago because he had a standing order to declassify anything he took out of the Oval Office. At least 18 top former members of his administration dispute that. Taco Bell is testing a new plant-based meat alternative at some of its locations. The fast food restaurant announced it has debuted a new crispy melt taco at some restaurants in Alabama. According to the company, the product is a soy and pea protein blend inspired by classic Taco Bell flavors. It says the American Vegetarian Association has certified the protein vegan, and it can be added to other menu options. Those products will be available before the end of the year. In Canada, Ontario Premier Doug Ford was speaking at a press conference when a bee crawled into his mouth, and he just kept talking. No surprise, the video has gone viral. Take a look.
Coming from the health sector, holy Christ, I just swallowed a bee. Holy Christ, I knew that little bugger. Oh. But he's down here buzzing around right now. He has a lot of real estate. Holy Christ, he's wedged in my throat. Sorry, guys. Little bugger got away in there.
After the hilarious incident, someone created a Doug Ford's Bee parody Twitter account. And a fellow politician tweeted a photo of himself dressed as a bee to tease Ford. Wow. Sign1News will be broadcasting updates Monday through Friday. And a reminder, the Sign1News Saturday virtual show team is taking a break for the summer. We'll see you again in the fall. A big thank you to our Sign1News app supporters. You help make this broadcast happen. You can download the Sign1News app by heading to the App Store or Google Play Store on your smartphone. And you can also watch on Apple TV, Amazon, and Roku.